You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
They confuse us with so much lies. just can't go on this way.
Not even thinking that we will realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from the Lord. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us pay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray. Then I'll be up to judgment day. Just can't make it this way. Please deliver us today. Be like the Israelites did. Please send us another Moses again. Lord, we just can't make it this way. Yes, deliver us today. Oh, we just can't go on this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Please listen to what I say. Yes, hurry up with judgment day. We just can't make it this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Must we get old and gray? And the children can't see their way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites did it. Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, we just can't go this way. Lord, we just can't make it this way. No, no, no.
All man strive to be happy. Relentless search for luxury. In search of peace and happiness, the human mind wouldn't rest. A constant nag within we soul, demanding respect from the world. We get the urge in different form, but luxury is the norm. Money is very essential, but can't buy peace of mind at all. We still like dogs without a bone if we have the money alone. Because appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness. In search of peace and happiness, the human mind wouldn't rest. A constant nag within we soul, demanding respect from the world. We get the urge in different form, but luxury is the norm. Money is very essential, but can't buy peace of mind at all. We still like dogs without a bone if we have the money alone. Because appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because importance, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. The feeling has no barrier. Race and class doesn't matter. Once you are alive, you in the game. You do anything to get a good name. Some wealthy men turn to suicide. Can't find food to feed their pride. The aged and crippled in the ring fight to be like a king. Children become delinquents for lack of love from their parents. That's why appreciation is most important to man. On the human mind, everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. Solution to bad industrial relations. Employees will gladly draw their pay and do the job half the way. When workman feeling unwanted, the working spirit is daunted. He comes on the job and fool around. Production going down. Just make him feel significant. You get him do anything you want. A pat on the back is the best move for relations to improve. Because appreciation is on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. Our deepest craving is common. All we need is attention to put us in the happy zone, regardless of what we own. Life is lonely without it. Each one should give a little bit you want your neighbors do, then life on earth will be true. Take a tip from the scripture. Appreciate one another. Share your love and make the mold for total peace in the world. Appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously.
And of course, let me say a special hello to all the WZY 95.9 FM listeners. Thank you, God, ladies and gentlemen, all of you are over there on our stream of, the first post-cabinet press conference by the Prime Minister, Kamala Prasad Visesa. Welcome you back over here on In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, and you. Tommy, how are you going?
Very good, thank you. And yourself, sir?
I am excellent. No complaints at all, Tommy. I think, Tommy, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. And
agree.
In this first press conference here, boys, a new breath of air, boy. Just
breath of fresh air.
Boy, a breath of fresh air. You understand? And all of a sudden, all them reporters and them get back the tonsils.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
They're trying to hold.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because like they had lost the tonsils before. But she ready to deal with them.
Yeah, like she said, it's two standard. There are two standards going on.
Mm-hmm. All on a sudden. But that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. You know what I mean? You go deal with it. But all in all, Tommy, that was a splendiferous, tremendous, marvelous, splentastic, spectacular,
Initial.
wonderfulicious, fantabulous post-cabinet media briefing. How long they was there for? Over an hour?
Yeah.
Like 2 hours?
No.
Less than that?
It started late.
What time it started?
Let me see if I remember.
About 5 or 5:30. After 5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they asked a question about working virtual. Well, what year them think it is? 1995.
It started like 5:50.
5:50?
Yeah, and it started almost 6 o'clock.
Okay, so it was an hour and a half then. Over an hour and a half. Yeah. So, I mean, from what I saw, Tommy, and I heard, I was very impressed.
I hope that deals with Marsha Walker and her foolishness.
But Tommy, I learn from you. You say stray dogs will bark at every car that goes by.
I fully agree, but except that
Mm.
Marsha Walker is she's in the public space spewing venom.
But she was always spewing venom. You ain't see listen, you know, I used to go into Savannah and bet horse racing, and it used to have some horses used to be like 100 to 1. They used to call them donkeys,
Yeah,
right? There's a great possibility them horse go lose, but you're taking a chance to see if they go place. Because if it's 100 to 1 in the place, you might end up with a little $50. You understand? Marsha Walker bet a dead horse. And that horse so dead, the political leader of that party resigned.
exactly.
You know how dead that horse is? Right? So you, Marsha Walker, in the same breath or same bucket as Anita Haynes, Victor Roberts, Larry Lala, them in the same bucket, all of them. You understand? So I don't share. I personally don't share that Marsha Walker say, because first of all, it looked like she'd be always screaming at whatever she talking about. You know what I mean? She and you run for the NTA in wherever you run for, and you get annihilated. You were soundly rejected by the people of Trinidad and Tobago and whatever constituency you ran for. Soundly rejected. Of course, she can talk, but you think she could talk anything? You know, I mean, I didn't even know what she was saying. What she was saying?
Oh, she's talking about um, the opposition leader working from home, and she's always late. She was late for the swearing in, and this and that, and the third. And now she started off on a wrong foot. One set of garbage.
Okay. Okay. What? So, you see, the thing about it, is that 1 week, and then more miracles. 10 years, they ain't got no miracles in them, but 1 week they want miracles. All of them, they want miracles. That's what they want. But Tommy, I'm telling you, we go be like a bachak.
Did you see the press conference? Did you see the? Oh, yeah, you showed the video from Whitehall.
Of course, that video, Tommy, that video have over 13,000 views already. That video from Whitehall, 13,000 views.
And you see how much alcohol they had stockpiled there, man?
17,000 views. That's what that video has on WZYU TV. 17K, 17,000 views. Yeah, you know, Tommy, let me say this. I will say this now. I will say this. I will say this. And I didn't say this before. And only because of what I saw there. And I want them to make any excuses. I want them to make excuses. I had Dr. Rowley in my house twice. Twice. I was personally responsible for any alcohol that was bought in the house. And I made sure that I bought the special alcohol for him. And you know what he tell me? He said, Anslim, when all you taking pictures, don't take no picture with me around the alcohol, right? I tell him, I said, okay. And the photographer that we hired, we say, boy, just take pictures, I have pictures with him standing next to the alcohol. So when I hear he talk that kind of talk, You understand? The deceitful, disingenuous, the discredited, right? Uh, it's just mine. When I saw those pictures, Tommy, with all that alcohol, all right? And what was he told his bottle? He told his bottle was what? That Grey Goose?
Yeah, look like a goose.
Yeah, it looked like the goose. The goose is loose. Yeah,
The neck is long like a goose's neck.
yeah. And you remember when he was a, just drink your rum and go.
Yeah,
Disrespectful. Watch at that
yeah.
now. Watch at that. Oh, Tommy, you know you put out that video, but white all right. I ain't put it out.
I ain't see it, but
No, no, I
I
ain't put
keep
it
hearing
out.
reference to it.
Eh?
I keep hearing references to it, but I ain't see it.
No, I have it. I have it. And here what you do, Tommy, in real estate, you know there is something called staging.
Of course,
You know you could stage a house.
of course.
I have sold many houses in this country, and what we do, we stage the house.
Yes, to
And
make
the
it
way you
attractive.
stage a house, eh?
To make it attractive to the buyer.
Correct is right. So what you do, you get a person who does that. They come in, they rearrange it, they fix it up nice, and they do it nice. So, and you take pictures or videos, and then you put it out. You see, the PNM think everybody is fools. What he did was to stage president's house just before he go, right? Because he know the repercussions that were coming. So they stage it. They fix up this here, the park chair nice there, they stage it. But everybody in dotish. Everybody not dotish. Right? And next gimmick. Them good with gimmicks, you know. Guys are staging gimmick now. Them go, you know, them going to new heights, you know. It's gimmick after gimmick after gimmick. Staging gimmick. Folks, I can tell you, me not ask you that video, and I don't even know if I should play the video. What do you think, Tommy? I should play it?
Yeah, just to show the hypocrisy.
All right. Yeah. Because I was gonna put that video next to the video in White. I said, nah, I want to do that. But I go show it. What he did is try to fool the people. But you know what? You
You can fool some people sometime, but not all people all the time.
Correct is right. You see? And the people who was in the house, them talking, you know.
Yep.
Them talking.
I saw them talking.
Them talking.
She's the boss lady said taking $5 million to straighten that house out.
And how much we spend on it? 30-something million?
32 million.
We spent $30-something million on that place. And look at the condition of that place.
Need 5 million
for
to
real?
bring back up the stuff.
You for real? So they was fooling people all the time. Fool people. I tell all you, the PNM have to sit down on the bench for the next 20 years. 20. We don't want no parts of them. Them run this country for 10 years and all see the condition. And I'm sure there's more to come.
Well, they made sure that they dry out all the funds for each ministry. You hear what I said?
Yeah, they drought all the funds for each ministry. Yeah, Bitcoin welcome. Take this call.
Good night, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
tomorrow,
evening.
you're going to hear what's going on in the finance ministry. And I expect it to be worse because of what this little leprechaun man was doing for the last 10 years. You understand? He led a whole set of deficit budget inside of that Ministry of Finance. And I will tell you, when you see that man start to talk, you will hear what's going on inside of it. It will be terrible. And remember, the Prime Minister, she'd already received that auditor general report, so she has some insight into it. She done already saying people are going to be surprised at what come out from that, you know. So I'm waiting to hear what's going on there and all with the auditor general report. All these things will reflect negatively on this PNM government for the misconduct and the mismanagement of all they run this country for the last 10 years, you know. And that is a true fact of the matter. I see that, yeah, like I say, I tell you, Jesus passed through Trinidad between April 28 and 29, all them reporters and everybody else get them out back, right? He learned. They were dumb and now they could talk, right? Yeah, all of them coming out of the woodworks. They want to ask this, they want to know this, they want to know that. But if that was Dr. Rowley, they dare not ask them question. They had to put their
Correct.
finger in their mouth. They had to dance
Correct.
to the tune he playing. And this little, I tell you that Marsha Walker lady need to have a child. She need to mind a child. She only minding camera business, right? If she want to have a child and name it camera is all right. Richard is your husband. He had to be man enough to help she out with that. Because every 10 minutes that woman putting up some kind of foolish post, you know. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Only making post after post after post. And a set of foolishness she asking there. And like the woman in she right mind, the woman come out and talk. Them feel the woman sideline, she allocate she responsibility as prime minister or that. The woman stand up more than an hour there and talk, you know.
That's why Bitcoin. That's why I was on Bitcoin. We are in 2025, right? We now can work virtually, but you ain't hear that one. Them had 295 virtual cabinet meetings. 295.
Right.
200 virtual subcommittee meetings. 200. Look, listen. That Marshall Walker go the same way where Gary Griffith going, wherever he going, because he resigned.
Yeah, well, Gary resigned. I wonder who will take it. She should take it. Leadership of the party.
Yeah.
Remember Dr. Rowley give them a nice name, you know, not those asses. Remember that? He called them that. Dr. Rowley's the one called them that, not those asses. So she should take it over as head ass at the NTA, right? Because that's what she is, the head ass. She's the only one moving all over the place and making us a foolish statements all over. She can't see Philip like she have a tabanka for the man. Oh God, if you see post she right up on the man. I feel sorry for Philip, yeah? I swear Philip is the Prime Minister. I can say them post everyone post up on your Facebook page. Waste our time, woman boy. Oh gosh, she really need to have a child. She really need to have a popo on mind.
Yeah,
because I can't see she in Kamala business all the time, so boy.
Yeah,
What the hell Kamala do all the Kamala first week? The woman come out and say so, you know. This is the first week I hear, and all they on me right through.
yeah.
And she says, you know, one word for one and the next word for other. And I tell you, Mr. Wall Street, is the telescope and microscope philosophy, right? You pay them get away with that because they use the telescope on them. But Kamala, they will analyze she with the microscope and everything she say and do. Have a good night, man.
Yeah, man. Bless. You see, Tommy? Eh?
Yeah, bro.
The Prime Minister learned from her first go wrong, eh?
Yep, she said that.
You could already tell. She learned from her first go wrong.
Yeah, she said she's not gonna do like she did the last time.
Nah, not this time. And this time, she have more soldiers in the army.
That's right.
You understand? She have real soldiers in the army this time. Right? And anytime they go wrong, all you see, Kareem Marcel already get silent already. And has monetized his Facebook page. I monitor him like a little bachak. Like a chumakak bachak.
He need to just be silent and learn.
Correct. Sit down in the corner like little Kareem Horner. Sit down in the corner like Kareem Horner.
And pay attention.
I like a little chumakak bachak in him, waiting for him to come. And Dr. Amy Brown, we don't want to hear from you either. We don't want to hear from you. I tell you, Tommy, all of them have to go, you know. All of them, you know. Every single one of them. We don't want to hear from you.
When we already had them in the corner, like little Jack corner, he keep his tail quiet.
Keep his tail, he put his tail between the leg and you wrap it around the leg. He put it between and wrap it. Now you want to come, you all of a sudden, you get your tonsils now. You get testicular fortitude. No, we don't want to hear you. We don't want to hear all you. We don't want to hear all your KFC welcome.
A word from Rowley.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. What's your Uncle Tommy, man?
What's happening, man?
Hey, KFC.
What's the good night to the Honorable Prime Minister? To the Honorable Council, sister. I don't know Akash and Midana, man. For the 9 years, didn't action all them kind of question. That's what the human in office, the one that.
But KFC, we have to be honest. Akash used to ask him some tough questions.
Yeah,
Let me be
yeah.
on.
Yeah, Akash was a man who play.
Yeah. He asked some tough question, but the rest of them, some of them are no breasticular fortitude or testicular fortitude. They like platypus, jellyfish, and invertebrate. They are no belly, no stomach, and no
Yeah.
spine. Good.
But I see this one going out calling him Amy Brown. No come out and say Dr. Oli must have the party in codes. When also I post Dr. Oli and Stuart Chung, they're now coming out and I post them now.
Yeah. All of a sudden, they get belly now, they get stomach, and they get spine. You understand? They get backbone now. You don't want to hear all you. All you go and sit down in the corner.
They're gonna bring Penny or Della to bring back the party. We don't want them again in this country.
No, we don't want them. We don't want them. Bye.
See them, we wanna hear them. If that's 1 week, the Prime Minister, and she don't look at the deliver thing for the children, I'm already.
But she delivering. Hold on, Yeah, go ahead. Somebody send me something. I'll go read it. Yeah, man.
Right,
Thanks. Okay, cool. Yeah. Let me see something here. I P&M friends send me something. I P&M post,
something here too.
Again, they gain them all kind of information again now. Hold on, let me see. Okay, let me see this here. What is this one? Okay, this is it here. Let me read this for you. All right, let me take this call. Brooklyn, welcome.
Hey, was shit, Uncle Tommy, good night. You wasn't listeners, good night.
Good night.
Good night to you.
Yeah.
You see, I want to claim my other beat me. I'm gonna take my next Tuesday, but other time I was wrong like the moon.
Yeah.
But I was right like a kite.
You know what?
All right.
With what?
That day, that gun. I was wrong. Other time I wrong like the moon Tuesday. Other time I take my legs and relax.
Yeah.
But I was right like a kite because what I say was true. Videos start coming out. You see that fellas just listen to this program. You know?
What video
Because
come out? Who put out that video? Who put out the video? What video?
Let me tell you, when I say, how come all they're saying that going on with the man and them, and the man and them ain't come out up on no live video. Next morning, boom, live video come out. It's not what the propaganda is. That's propaganda.
The video very heavy? The video very heavy?
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
He come out and make a video the next day, and I was telling all like call the
Brooklyn.
So,
Brooklyn.
it's not wrong like the moon.
Brooklyn.
Absolutely right. Because the man and them come out and
Brooklyn.
And Felix said up to this morning again.
Brooklyn.
Felix was on our live saying that we had to take our rest, relax. Then we know what's going on. All they don't know what's going on. Stop rushing and acting up and making a scene. Let me pardon and let things play out how it's supposed to play out. That's what them fellas comfortable with it. So that's why I say we have to just forget about them business. We call them business fix. Them agree to what.
Brooklyn, let me talk about the press conference now. Let me talk about the press conference.
That's what I'm saying. But I want to make sure that because I wrong like a moon on Tuesday. I know Brooklyn was wrong. You know?
No, you was 500% wrong. You was 500% wrong.
I was wrong.
Yeah,
you side them with the rumors then.
No, I know rumors. No, Brooklyn.
Rumors,
Brooklyn.
But anyway,
I do not go on rumors. And when I hear thing, I just pick up the phone and call. If I don't call on air, I call off air.
So them fellas lying on the cell then. Them fellas making live video.
I told you there is something called politically correct. I told you that. I told you.
Yeah. But anyway, I want to say this, you see, all who coming out and playing that you're talking against the PNM that was there for 9.5, 10 years.
We don't hear them.
Quiet.
We don't hear them.
I want to tell you something more. Uncle Tommy viewers and listeners. Every single one of them who talking, Rowley already set them up for 29 years. And anytime they come out and try to because they tail between the leg, anytime they try to loosen up, because the Bamsi squeeze for 9.5 years there, they was quiet. Anytime they loosen up the Bamsi and the tail start coming out, Rowley got put on jail. Rowley had information. Rowley let them fellas and corrupted things, you know. Rowley not Wall Street, come on. Rowley not no stupid man, you know.
Nah, you ain't stupid.
Rowley had thing on them men and them.
You ain't stupid.
All who tried to come out and talk,
Yeah.
they had to be treading on thin line because Rowley put them in position to do things, and you know what they do? They could make a jail. And then, you know what he said? You know what they said on the Petrotrin thing? If I had to fall, everybody had to fall. Like the game Rowley play with the whole cabinet. That's why Penny, all of them had to stay quiet. Why you feel the next one who went with Rowley to fight Manning, was she named Camille Robertson Regis? Why you feel she and Stuart was absent from what going on with Penny? Right now it's bacchanal, you know. And then Paris come out about within the next 6 months, it's chaos. People think he's talking about the UNC. He's not talking about the UNC, no. He's talking about people who go come out and talk in the PNM and bring down, or they think the PNM done, or they say that they ain't done. They bury, because when the PNM start to fight among themselves, you see what them do to Manning, Washington, Uncle Tommy, you was on listeners, you see what them do to Manning, or they see nothing yet, you know. When people start to fall in the PNM, you're going to see trouble. The fight is not against PNM and UNC no more, you know. The fight is in the PNM, because they're going to start to cut one another short for power. Yeah? And that is what's going on, because Stuart Young don't want to just say he give up. You see, you were not having some press conference the other day, like he's some minister something. Stuart Young, power hungry, and stupid. And he's a bully, as we all know, he bully. So he feel he can still do something and have some type of power in the PNM party. So that we see nothing yet. So
let me take this next call here. Let me take this next call. Yeah, man. Bless.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man. Caller St. Joseph, welcome. Joseph, welcome.
Good night, Professor.
Good night.
Uncle Tommy.
Yeah, man.
Professor,
Good evening.
I like your editorial on the 10 point concerning the gentleman who didn't want to open the hospital.
Yeah.
That was good. One thing I wanted to add to that, Kamala also wanted that hospital to accommodate any Caribbean country babies, you know, if instead of going out foreign,
correct,
any operation and so on,
they
come here and they will bring in forex, they will bring in foreign currency, because we want payment in foreign currency.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah, man.
And what do you think about what our cabinet thing today?
Excellent. Splendiferous, man. Splendiferous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was very good. And also the demerit points, but she got rid of. She said no more demerit points.
Oh, she get rid of that? I didn't hear that one. Oh, good.
Yes, she removed that. She said no more demerit points.
Oh, good. Way. She an easy way.
Because sometimes people just get a blown light and thing, they give them 3 demerit points. And they keep on the demerit points even though they give them a ticket. So she said no more demerit points.
Whoa, boy. You think it easy way?
Yeah.
You think
she removed that. So anyway, Professor, thanks for keeping us informed with everything.
Yeah, man.
And the gentleman who didn't want the hospital open, they give him a good 10-point plan. Let him stay there and take that.
Yeah, correct. Thank you, man. Tommy,
thanks,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Tommy, that's our next editorial. I did it. And Tommy, it's funny. Somebody sent me a message. Hey, I went to school with the Sawa government school. The fella who from the, what is it, the TNNNA?
Mrs.
Yeah, whatever that is. Talking about the Cuba hospital. Tommy, what is going to them fellas and them brain, boy?
I don't know. They see red. They see in red. It's not even their brains, it's their eyes.
Is their eyes? That's what it is.
Yeah, it's in their brain.
So I don't know how, but PNM person send me this, eh? Yeah, Tommy, you know, I think I get blocked from the most. Bitcoin, welcome. Bitcoin.
Good night again, Professor Walsh. Leonard, president of whatever the Nurses Association, let him rock so with the food itself.
Yeah.
Them fellas had no vision. Before that hospital was finished in 2010, it was earmarked to assist people throughout the Caribbean and down here too, with rare cases and sicknesses and diseases to be dealt with by a medical team that would be flown in from abroad to deal with these issues. Because remember, a lot of these children have to seek medical attention away. And you
Right.
he's all kind of 2 million and all this other thing to send his children away. So they were going to bring these doctors down here, and the doctors would have performed these life-threatening sicknesses surgeries. You understand? But that man had no sense. He don't want to see people try and live at all. He want to see them dead. You understand? Because I have nothing like that in this country to do them thing. That hospital earmarked for that. And I hear the woman say it had a burn his unit there. Also, and had some other what you say capacity to deal with those issues and all.
Yeah,
Right?
man.
But he only seen child, right? That fellow's wicked to himself.
Yeah, man.
And that place had a neonatal
Yeah.
um
Unit. Unit.
too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was state of the art. I remember seeing some of the medical equipment inside of there when the woman tore it, right? All I see when Dr. Rowley went and tore the central block was a few people in the corridor, and as they show you a bed in a corner there. Well, I wonder where the patients is now. You know where the patients is?
Yeah.
Eh? Any of the patients check-in so far since he leave? The camp only wanted to put his name on the block. And also in Tobago, how much plane flying through the new airport? How much patrons pass through there? You know anybody? Mr. Wall Street, you know anybody? Not a damn dog and pass through there. That place in Airmax to finish until June, July or somewhere around that whereabouts. And this man called Faris Alwari, you should talk about he, you know. Because all of a sudden he eating parrot. Right? Eating parrot. But he come out and talking a certain thing about we had to get um um we gotta get ready because they're coming for me, you know, they're coming for me. Um uh, they have what malicious intent against us. You understand? So the next 6 months, look out for that. But let me tell Faris something. You are cocoa in the sun, you know. You went and lead a illegal act, right? With this man called Nelson. And you should have been facing jail for what you do there, you know.
Yep.
Because that is taking taxpayers' money and using it for some bribery or something like that. But I don't know why the DPP didn't take action on you. But as far as I'm concerned, you should have get disbarred and lose your law license. Because why shortly after that issue that took place and came out in the open that the then Prime Minister removed you then in local government. He didn't hesitate enough. You remove him one time once that story break and the whole thing collapsed. Think about that. He's supposed to be facing jail. So if he talking like that, he's talking on his own. I don't think these PNM people should take chain up for that. Because the government do a certain mischief and let everything fall where it had to fall, right? Because we don't see in the beginning, right? But in the next 6 months, you're going to see everything unfolding. They're going to be shamed to hold every head and ball. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Bless. So, folks, let me do this. Let me read this, right? And this is a boy. Sometimes I just even think if this is PNM propaganda too, because them still a letterhead from the office of the Prime Minister, you know. But anyway, the initiative underscored the government commitment to good governance, transparency, and efficient public service delivery. Additionally, the government hosted its first cabinet meeting today at which key decisions were taken. These include amendment to the Children Lives Fund Act 2010, Chapter 29.01, in order to expand the category of applicants that may qualify for a grant thereunder, to introduce a mechanism of review by the Minister of Health of a decision of the Board of Management of the Children's Life Fund Authority to reject an applicant for a grant under the Act. Repeal the Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority Act number 17. Let's take this call. I will go back there. Miss Santa Cruz, welcome.
Good night,
Miss Santa Cruz, when you
Chester
call,
and Uncle Tommy.
when you call, I stop reading all kind of thing, you know. When you call, I just stop reading, you know.
You have to pay attention. You
Yeah.
have to pay attention.
Yeah, of
Now,
course.
let me tell you about the phrase. The phrase is testicular fortitude and ovarian fortitude.
Oh, right, we go adding ovarian, right? We go adding that.
Yeah, ovarian fortitude, not breasticular.
No, but no, you know, I like the makeup thing. I like that one though. I like that.
No, that's what I said. Let me tell you. What is the politically correct word?
Politically correct. All right. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Politically correct word.
Yeah.
Well. Tonight we had a very interesting and a long press briefing.
Yep.
It was really fantastic. Yes, she touched on everything. Well, you know, the tongues were wagging. it was wagging very early, where well, they were saying a lot of things on it, right? They said she had a stroke and she can't come over. She showed them today. She came out and she said right for everybody, right? And she went there, she did her job, and she she touched. I think this one fell in Marshall Walker Garden when she said people crying and talking about they don't know where she holding any meters if she really working. And look how the lady was really working. But you see, Professor, it's all PNM propaganda all over again. And I like what she said. I am different. I am not the same person again. Right? She put them in the corner. She put Akash in his corner. Yeah. Akash should have known better. This is her first press briefing. Be a little more softer to the lady now. Ask her questions, yes. But that is the attitude they came with, right? It's not Rowley you're talking to because they know she's not going to fulfill. It is Mrs. Prasad Bissessa you are speaking to. Now, one thing I'm glad that she touched on a lot of things, like with the demerit system. She scrapped it, right? And what she touched on is that the salary, and she let the AG talk about it. She said that she cannot touch it. She cannot touch it. It was passed by the other government. And what John Jeremy was saying is because it involves judges and other people as well, not just politicians. It involves the judiciary and all of them. So they can't touch the salary. But he wanted, I think Akash wanted a commitment here if she was going to put money in the but I find she should have tell him. I find she should have let him know, yes, we put in money. How much all you put? And I like how she answered him. You never asked Rowley that for 9 years.
True.
You never asked how much they were putting there.
Yeah.
But you come to ask her how much she's going to put. Leave that for another time if you wanted her to answer something like that. And she's going to open the Cooper Children's Hospital, which had one of the best burn units in the Caribbean. You know, Professor, if that burn unit was up and running, that fellow who had died in the El Pecos fire might not have died because he would have been treated there. And also, I remembered when she opened that hospital the first time, she was linking up with Shriners to come here to do operations so that people wouldn't have to travel. And you know, there was also a hotel was supposed to go there so that parents who come with their children, they would have access. It was going to be like a village, have access to hotels and everything. That would have been medical tourism. The woman is a thinker.
Yeah.
You remember that the last time when she spoke about the blue economy, the green economy, and the silver economy. And you know, right after that, it was in 2020, when Mia Motley and another Caribbean leader, when they won and they were giving their speech, they were talking about the same thing. And although Rowley laughed at her, and he said the only blue economy, you know, is blue vodka. That's why we see a set of blue vodka on the trolley today. You see, that's all he had known, blue vodka. And she was going and gave me a motley, and all of them pick it up and run with it. So the lady is not stupid. The lady know what she's talking about. She has plans and she has policies, and all she asks is for us to give her time to implement them. Because to implement it, she is going to do it. It was a really nice press conference today. So, Professor, you see the condition of the Whitehall. You saw the condition of the residents, but you know what? That is a shame and a disgrace on Rowley. Because don't tell me you living in a place and you can't see that it don't need upkeeping. Where were the groundskeepers?
Mr. Anacruz, we gotta go for the break.
Yeah.
We gotta go for the break.
Okay,
all right. Take care. All right,
All right,
bye-bye.
take care.
Bye. Let's take that break. Folks, it's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walshit, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget, folks, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. WZYE TV on YouTube, and you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. Remember, share the live. Tell your friend to tell your friend.
Yeah, and folks, we ain't taking no prisoners. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. and on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life, and as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
I have a political cemetery. It's not for people like you and me. It is for all them politicians. And I dig in their grave, no fuck with me hand. I find some of them, they living too long. And every 5 years, it's the same old song. Some of them dead, just shame to lie down. So I prepare for them a burial ground. Rowley, my first grave for he. The joy in my heart, put him down with me. All of them useless politicians, only making up numbers in my island. Alrari, I refuse body. I leave them in them to deal with he. Big smile on my face and with maybe a hand. It kind of move trash from out of his land. But I taking my time with he. I personally will prepare his body. Make sure he have a sardonic grin on his face. That's all he does do. That man is a waste. Bury he in the back of my cemetery. Turn he upside down. He face I can see. Look for the strongest grave digger to cover he. Not with the hand, put good fork on him. Gypsy, political grasshopper. I may feel a little pity cause he's my brother. But like Tarzan, he's swinging from vine to vine. It's time I help you to make up your mind. Fitzgerald, Rasta City. I know they go glad to get the body. Resi on beat, I'm done for all to see. Drink 2 beers and watch Togo get happy. I don't care all who go vex with me, but Kamala I not ready to bury. She's a strong, determined woman like me, and deserve a chance to run this country. When she in power, I don't go hungry, and Calypsonian does get big money. She don't deserve no spot in my cemetery. I putting she in the center of the city. Paula, you too damn lazy. You sit on a throne while women die daily. You deserve a nice spot in my cemetery. All you do is just collect big salary. Regis, you disappoint me with your racial tongue. You like you can see. Your baba does trim you with weed waka. All day all you do is sushila. Boy, you is a boss. I celebrate with you when PNM lost. One day you must come bust a line with me. We gon' knock a glass, make myself happy. I yardy that what you is to me. A grassroots man, stand up for country. I will stand by your side and watch you at work. Boy, if you falter, you're going to get fucked. Watson, what is wrong with you? I thought you and Fally would have stick like you. Boy, shake the man hand and tighten that space before PNM come back and win that race. Shamfa, one quiz sacrifice. Yet every rich she have new weave man, she living nice. You and the cold pot man resemble and strong. A bum seated red and you like a tongue.
No more red, no more red, no more red, no more red, no left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching at the law, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. We're tired of the bloodshed, tired of the taxes, tired of the potholes and all the excuses. Tired of no water, tired of stretching a dollar, tired of the high grocery bills. No left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. No more red, 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 no left foot, right foot again. No more struggle, no more strain, no more pain. We want to see we way, we want a brighter day. No more Rowley again. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. Bye bye Rowley, bye bye. We're not voting for you.
And of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9.
No audio.
Go ahead, Tommy. Don't
Oh,
forget
so-
to Live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook, WZYE TV on YouTube, and you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. Remember to share the live. Share the live. Tell your friends to tell your friends. Let's get the numbers up. You know, we are going to be getting proof that Rowley was a lazy prime minister.
Yeah.
I
correct.
remember I said that years ago.
Yep.
That
I said that, Tommy. I said that. Answer Roger also said that too.
Yeah, he didn't want it to work. He just wanted the fame as, you know, prime minister. He made it from Mason Hall to Whitehall.
Correct.
He didn't want to do what was required. I heard Karen on another show, on a morning show, on let me say the network, NETT.
Okay, yeah. I know who that. That fella.
That's Richard Wendell and
Raghubar Singh.
Yeah, Richard Wendell and what's his name?
Yeah.
Anyway, let me take this call.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's take this call.
Yeah.
Caller, you're live.
Good night, good
Same to
Good
you.
night, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Toby, you heard me?
Yes, you're clear. Go ahead, make your contribution.
Yeah, good night, everyone. Yes, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Toby and everyone.
This is Financial Guru.
Yes.
Go ahead, make your contribution.
Yeah, just say, I looked at the, hold on a second, I'm getting listen. Anyway.
You breaking up, you know? You break it up.
Let's start out first cabinet meeting. And I have to say, I haven't seen all of it. But what it demonstrates, despite all what the PLM detractors have said, including Marsha Walker and others, it shows that Mrs. Bisasi Prasad and her cabinet are getting down to business. But I just want to point out one or two things. With regards to the debt and the money that is coming into Trinidad at this time, she was able to demonstrate that Trinidad and Tobago has some serious problems created by Dr. Rowley, Colin Burt, and Vishnu Danpal and others. Because she talked about the cash flow and the free cash flow of any business or any government is critical because it tells you what is coming in and what is going out. And for the month of April, she pointed out that they had a 3 billion in receipts coming in and about 5 billion going out. So that means there's about a $2 billion deficit. Now, they have been borrowing from the central bank overdraft. The central bank extends an overdraft. Now, that excludes 500 million in uncleared checks. I want people to understand this. Now, for me, it's going to be 6 billion that has to go out, and the government is only collecting about 2.5 billion in about cash receipts. And a large portion of that is foreign and local debt, which is over $2.5 billion. So Mrs. Bisesa has projected that by the end of the fiscal year, which is in September, the Trinidad and Tobago government will have about 11 billion in deficit. And she has to make up that with her government. And she pointed out what she's going to do. So I'm going to leave with this. It just demonstrates that people in the Rowley administration, including Colin Burt, including Vishnu Danpal, who was the permanent secretary for a large substantial part of the Rowley administration, will have to give an account. Because even in the Attorney General's office, there is a 570 million allocation has gone to zero, and they still owe $70 million. And this Stuart Young, who was the Prime Minister for 1 month, was chastising the UNC back in 2015, saying that over $1 billion was paid for legal fees. But do you know something as I leave here? Do you know within the last 1 year, the PNM, the last fiscal year and this fiscal year, the PNM government, under the remit of Dr. Rowley, under the remit of Paris Al-Rami and Reginald Amor and Colin Burt, have paid over $1 billion with a B in legal fees. There is going to be investigations, which quite rightly so, and people will have to answer. One more last thing I would like to ask Professor Wall Street concerning the back and forth with the use of the Whitehall and the President, the Prime Minister's residence. And you talked about staging. Please, Professor Wall Street, please show the people of Trinidad and Tobago the outside that Barry Trinidad was walking around, showing the pool and the gardens and all of that. I don't know, but the first is, how could we be spending millions millions and millions of dollars, and maintenance is so poor for these buildings. That is a sad indictment on the Raleigh administration. Have a good night, Professor Wall Street. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Same to you.
Thank you.
You are listening to In the Village with your host, with Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy on WZYE 95.9 FM.
Yo, what's going on? This is Jersey Drake.
Hi, this is Rihanna.
Hey, what's up? This is Ludacris.
What's up, y'all? This is Nicki Minaj.
You're rocking with the best. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
This is Travis Scott, 21-7.
You're listening to In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
What it do is the baby, and we in the mix.
What's up? It's your boy Usher.
What's up, y'all? This is Beyonce.
It's your boy Chris Brown right here.
Playing nothing but the best. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. You are listening to In the Village with your host, with Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy on WZYE 95.9 FM.
So I want to report some good news, Tommy. I want to report some good news, and I want to give all the people on let me add myself back. So, folks, I want to give all the listeners and the followers and the people who join us here in the Village a round of applause. And why am I doing that, Tommy? Why am I doing that?
Because they've stayed the course and they've helped us grow.
Correct. As we are on air today, we have crossed 15,000 subscribers on WZYE TV. And that wasn't because we just sat here. It's because of the hard work of you taking the time to join us here. Many nights, many long hours. Remember that one we went after 12 a.m. in the morning? But we do appreciate what you all have done for us here at WZYE 95.9 FM. And we're going to continue to cherish you and respect you. And I want to say this is round of applause for all of you who have contributed to our success and our future success. So, folks, the goal is now 20,000 subscribers. That is the goal now. Because as you all know, right, I read the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. The Magic of Thinking Big by Dr. David Schwartz. And I recommend that book to you all as well. And you all should read that book. 3 books I recommend you read. The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. The Magic of Thinking Big by Dr. David Schwartz, and Mindset by Dr. Carol Dweck. So, folks, take this round of applause.
What time is Shane coming in?
He said about 8:30. So, folks, we're supposed to have,
We have to re-invite Karen back soon, because I heard her give some information today that she's been holding back. She got to come on this airwave and level with the people and let us know what she knows.
Yeah, that ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. I mean, we could get that could be done easily. That ain't no problem at all. So, folks, I did this editorial. When did I do this editorial, boy? I don't be doing so much of these editorials. I just forget, to be honest with you. And let me play a few voice notes before you do that. Let me play a few voice notes. Let me see the voice notes here.
Let me check and see if how many voice notes I got.
Okay. I saw 2 missed calls there. I saw a voice note. Let me see. All right, here we go.
Good night, Mr. Washington and Uncle Tommy. Mr. Washington, concerning the tragedy with the Paria divers and the promise of the former Prime Minister promising them $1 million each, I believe Kamala bring it across very clear and understandable, because what she said is, all right, we will pay them out $1 million, and later down the road, because the court case will still be going on, they could win our next $5 million. So what she want to do, she want to negotiate with them. So maybe they could drop the case and pay them out a one-time payment.
Yeah.
And that is the day. Also, what she was saying is she want to look at who will indeed, but she didn't actually say it there, but I understand it was the death certificate. Now, either the mother of these divers and them who lost their life could be holding the death certificate, and the wife and children of these divers will not get the money. So that's what she want to also look at too.
Thank you, man. So, folks, here is the editorial I did regarding the Children's Hospital and what I call him IDI. I think it's more ID Stewart, but IDI Stewart. And the editorial is that IDI Stewart is wrong. A dedicated children's hospital is an urgent national necessity. So take a listen.
IDI Stewart is wrong. A dedicated children's hospital is an urgent national necessity. An editorial by Professor Wall Street. In a stunningly short-sighted statement, TTNNA President IDI Stewart declared that a dedicated children's hospital in Trinidad and Tobago is unwarranted. This assertion, made amid a recent deadly bacterial outbreak that claimed the lives of several infants at the Port of Spain General Hospital, is not only misguided, it is dangerous. Stewart's comments reflect a lack of vision and a troubling misunderstanding of both the purpose and urgency of a specialized children's hospital, especially in a country grappling with systemic healthcare weaknesses. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessa's push to revive the Couva Children's Hospital is not only commendable, it is critical. Here are 10 compelling reasons why IDI Stewart is completely misguided in opposing this initiative. 1. Recent tragedies prove the need. The deaths of several infants at the Port of Spain General Hospital due to a bacterial outbreak underscore the urgent need for a sterile, dedicated, and purpose-built facility for children and infants, precisely what the Couva Children's Hospital was designed to be. 2. Multi-purpose facilities dilute pediatric care. The current practice of housing pediatric units within general hospitals limits focus, weakens infection control, and compromises child-specific care. Children need specialized environments, not retrofitted wards. 3. Couva Children's Hospital already exists. This is not a theoretical project. The hospital was already built under the People's Partnership government. Refusing to use a ready, modern facility for its intended purpose is an egregious waste of public funds and infrastructure. 4. Staffing is a problem to solve, not a reason to abandon. Stewart's claim that there is not enough staff is not an argument against the hospital. It is an argument for urgently ramping up training and recruitment. Capacity issues should drive solutions, not excuses. 5. Centers of excellence attract talent. Reinstating Couva as a world-class pediatric hospital would attract and retain local and international pediatric specialists and inspire the next generation of neonatal nurses and pediatricians. 6. Children are not small adults. Pediatric care is a distinct medical discipline. Lumping children into adult wards is both medically inappropriate and psychologically harmful. A children's hospital caters to their unique physiological and emotional needs. 7. Decentralizing care saves lives. With pediatric care currently concentrated at the pediatric department of the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex, children in central and southern Trinidad remain underserved. Couva provides a geographically strategic location for national coverage. 8. Infectious disease control. Specialized hospitals offer better infection control protocols, including NICU isolation zones. The recent tragedy in Port of Spain could have been avoided in a properly outfitted pediatric facility. 9. Visionary leadership must be supported. Prime Minister Pesad Bisessa's decision to build a hospital was visionary. Rejecting that vision, now due to staffing fears, is a surrender to mediocrity. Leadership demands ambition paired with planning. 10. Children deserve better. Ultimately, this is about the well-being of the nation's most vulnerable. Trinidad and Tobago cannot claim to be a developed society while relegating pediatric healthcare to makeshift wards in outdated facilities. Mr. Stewart's concerns about staffing and negotiations are legitimate within their context, but they do not outweigh the national imperative to provide specialized care for children. His role should be to support policies that uplift healthcare, not oppose them based on a scarcity mindset. The Couva Children's Hospital is not an unnecessary luxury. It is a moral obligation. It is time for all stakeholders, including the TTNA, to rise above bureaucratic hesitation and put children first.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My editorial with respect to the Couva Hospital and the innovative idea that Kamla Prasad Basessa brought to the table, that the PNM, with their no innovative bone in them, okay, with their no innovative bone in them, that they had no idea. They don't know what they wanted to do. They really and truly didn't know. Yeah? So
Did they really want to know?
You don't think they wanted to know? Hold on, caller, welcome.
Good night, Mr. Hanson. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Good night to all the callers, all the texters, everybody on the live. Happy to everybody on this Tuesday through the God's grace. Well done, Mr. Hanson. Let me tell you something. You see, what Ms. Kamala, the Honorable Prime Minister, what you have to do to get the people ready and weed out. You see all these people and them in these offices and them like him, that guy, that Stuart guy, right? And that is his name?
Yeah, Stuart.
Who has a vision from 1980 to 1990, and who Jurassic, and who ambition is lacking and comfortable with. We can't even say a third world again because there's 6 world what we have right now. And if they don't have that vision to see the future and see programs that for the future, because we're going in 2030 and there's so much innovation going on all around the world in developed countries and the money will be had. So all them dinosaurs and them who have no ambition, still living in 1980, 1990, we need to get rid of them and get people with vision inside so they will see us.
Stand by. Stand by.
Take it, Tommy. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Saga.
Yeah, good night, please, Professor. Good night, Tommy. What I want to say, probably Edith Short never left Trinidad to go anywhere. So he will have an idea as to the outer world to see what there is. Look in Canada here, in Toronto, we have 4 hospitals. One is a children's hospital. One of the hospitals in Toronto is a children's hospital. It's not over 6 children. So probably he will never leave Trinidad to go anywhere. He's stuck in a backward world. I don't blame him for that. That is something vital. A children hospital is vital, where you could treat adults with chronic diseases, which is being done in Canada. In the sick kid hospital. You know? But you know, that guy probably drinks some of that validate juice that is choking him now. So he can't think properly. That validate juice coming out all the way brain. You know? So he can't think properly. You know? I pity him. You know? Anyhow, you take care of that guy.
Thank you. Thank for the call, man. Thank you. Tommy, you know, Tommy, I just really wonder if PNM Fox standing up or saying down on what a game is a part of your body, you know. Seriously, I wonder if he's standing up on it or if he's sitting down on it. It had to be one or the other. Let me take this call. COP, welcome.
Good night to you, Professor.
Good night.
And good night to you, Uncle Tommy.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Wall Street take 10 out of 10 for that editorial. That editorial will hurt them. You see, they bring up PNM agenda now. For the past 10 years, them had no concern about the health sector.
No.
And I want to tell them, your contribution and the denial of the hospital is beneficial to the health sector. His contribution. It makes no sense. Why you wouldn't want a children hospital? Why the PNM supporters them wouldn't want a children hospital in the country?
I don't understand that, you know, COP. I don't understand why you wouldn't want a children's hospital.
Why the residents of Grenada that have a sick child? Why they don't want the resident to bring the child in Trinidad over here? Why they don't want medical tourism in Trinidad? Why these PNM people them don't want that? Why they don't want children life and thing? Why does anything good for the development of the future of our country? These people them don't want that.
All they want is drug and gas.
You know the drug and gas.
Yeah.
You know the teaching hospital in San Fernando, Wall Street. From 2010 to 2015, opposition, the Prime Minister Kamala then. You know, it's over 2,500 nurses that was teaching over there and get the papers and things. And when PNM come to just blank out all that and had the people them suffering. Where was that president? Where was he all the time to see all them nurses and go home? Now, if a children hospital open back in Cuba over there, and it will have a set and all them nurses and them that catching the aunt, uncle, and them in Trinidad. Why them don't want the people that working? And they will get the opportunity to work over there. Right. And then if we don't have enough, then we go outside and look for outside.
Right. Yep.
Wall Street, these people and them don't want nothing good. All them want is the PNM to be in power. Why?
But see, I just say this. Listen to this, right? Listen to this. PNM Fox. Listen to this. Let me read what he says. Listen to this, sir. I think he either standing up or sitting down on his upper part of the highest part of his body. The Cuba Hospital in Trinidad and Tobago is indeed located near the Central Range earthquake fault line. You listen to that? This has raised concern about the hospital's safety and structural integrity in the event of a major earthquake. Experts have expressed concern that the hospital could be at risk from earthquake with a magnitude of 7.5 or higher. Oh, God.
7.5 or higher. Every place is endangered.
So that area is an earthquake area.
COP, can you imagine? COP, and this fella supposed to be an engineer, you know. I think he's engineering the wrong things. I feel so.
I think he's a highway burner. I think he's a highway burner. And partner, a highway burner is one that a highway always have accident. You was just an accident for the country. To think like that. Wall Street, why East, West, North, and South in Trinidad and Tobago, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, cannot have 4 children hospital when we have the resources in this country for that? Why is we have Wall Street is over 29,000 citizens of Trinidad and Tobago lose the license
through the demerit points.
Yeah.
Out of that 29,000, at least 20,000 of them is them PNM supporters on them.
You think it easy?
Well, that end from 12 o'clock tonight. You know they'll kick against that. They'll kick against that. Why it is PNM supporters, I want to ask the PNM supporters about why it is all they don't want nothing good for this country.
Nothing.
All they support a party for 10 years. Give the country nothing. Give the future of this country nothing. In all the constituency, all the constituency are the most dilapidated. Sporting facilities, education facilities, and all not even complaining about them thing. Ask Auntie Kamala now to help in your constituency and try to better them thing, because this is somebody that will listen. Stop calling and texting and making PRP contribution. This is a time for them to be banned. This program don't want that. This program don't want that backward thinking. This program is you see how this. You see how the country developing? This program had developed that way. And Wall Street beat them. Beat them with them messages sending right through. Message to this one, message to that one. Them editorial and them. Beat them with that. They can never win you with that.
Oh, God.
They will feel shame. Take what Wall Street, I live in Trinidad over here. That president and he held what speaking that nonsense. You see that editorial over there? When he go up on YouTube and read that editorial, he will feel ashamed of himself. He will feel. You give him one reason why, you give him 2 reasons why, you give him 10. You give him 10.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
And if you listen to the 10 reasons why we should have that hospital over there, he will feel like a dunce and say, why I going why it are YouTube and for people to post on this for, boy? Because it sounds real ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wall Street, let me ask them this again. Why all they don't want a children hospital in this country?
Yeah.
The 5 years Kamala Prasad Bisasa stay in office from 2010 to 2015. Wall Street, them assess 129 children to go away and get operation through the children life on. At a facility like this, when the parents will have to take their money to go all about, and the facilities like that, this will work right in Trinidad over here.
Correct.
And children from all over Caribbean, all over the Caribbean, could bring the children over here.
Yep. Yeah.
So we must only bring mothers and fathers from the Caribbean to vote for PNM. Not the children and them, only mother and father to vote for PNM. Well, behave all yourself. Let me tell you something, PNM. You see the alligators in the Mulky Lagoon that always speak about? The alligators in the Mulky Lagoon, the big now, and they're in charge. They're in charge now. Thank you.
Oh God, boy. See European work. The alligators, boy. Come out from the alligators, boy. The alligators in the Mulky Lagoon, boy. Yeah. KFC, welcome. KFC.
Good night, Mr. Wall Street.
Yeah.
That man with the that's your only brother. That's when he did the dancer. That black children.
Oh God. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
That people and
KFC. KFC, you're breaking up. KFC, you broke up. You broke up. Caller, welcome. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Good night, Professor.
Good night, comrade.
Good night, Uncle Tommy.
Good night.
Good night to you.
I see good spirits tonight. But just to add my 2 cents to the conversation with this Edith Stewart and what I could only salvage for him to be donkey logic.
Oh God.
From a purely trade union perspective, wouldn't the addition of the Couva Children Hospital, which require additional nurses, mean more membership for his organization?
Exactly.
Listen, comrade. you doing critical thinking. You
They're
them,
dressed in donkey logic, you know. So we have
them
no
don't do that.
No, they have no choice. That donkey logic.
Yeah.
Now look how he underselling his membership.
Mm-hmm.
If, for instance, the Cougar Children's Hospital caused the government to recruit 250 additional registered nurses, falling under the umbrella of the RN, who he represents,
Yeah.
it means then that they will carry junior status to his membership that he already has.
Yeah.
And based on the first in, last out policy, when it comes to having to retrench people, his current membership will have a 250 body nurses buffer.
Preach.
How that
Preach.
idiot can't see that?
Okay.
Additionally,
Mm-hmm.
Red blinders.
Go ahead, comrade.
Dummy.
He said red blinders.
What has he, under 10 years of PNM government, gotten for his membership other than promises? All of them are still on temporary contracts over the last 10 years. None of them has a permanent status of employment where they can access a bank loan or qualify for a government house under the PNM policies of obtaining one.
Mm-hmm.
It shows that he is one of the people who has to exit that position yesterday, not even immediately.
Yeah.
Day before yesterday, he has dragged the registered nurses where he has been all this time peacefully resting with his PNM government well entrenched. And if they had undergone 2 years of nurses training, then they would have the necessary sense to understand that this man is bad for business, their business.
Yep.
I challenge all of these registered nurses who is supposed to be under his portfolio, having heard what our contributions are, both yours and mine, to reflect on the last 10 years, where they were given by a PNM minister during the COVID pandemic a tin of biscuit. Insulted.
Correct.
Where they were blamed for the 19 infant deaths in the NICU because, as the minister said, he's not the one to clean up the bacteria. So is the nurses and they who involved in keeping the place sanitized, and even if they are not the ones to clean it, they are the ones to say whether it's clean or not for use by newborn babies in need of medical attention. There was a video with a mother bawling for her baby to get help, and her sister there screaming for help, and the nurses and them telling her they don't have an incubator to put the baby in.
Wow. Imagine that.
You saw that? Did you remember that one?
I don't remember seeing that one.
Yeah. About I don't want to be accused of falsehood, but it couldn't have been more than a month and a half ago, to be quite honest. And the baby was alive at the time, but the baby, because the doctor, so the video would lead you to believe, they took no interest because they had no equipment to save the life of this child.
Wow.
Apart from that, having a dedicated children's hospital doesn't mean that we are going to have a pediatric specialist on every floor. No. When a surgery by a specialist required, you fly in one.
Correct.
You're flying in one. Who what? 10 hours by flight away. Who will come in? Who will have gotten all the information about the condition of the baby or the child in that case? Because of technology, and would have been able to look at the problems and said, listen, we need to do this and we need to do that. I'm on my way. We don't have no specialist sitting down, chair sleeping, waiting to operate on no child.
Mm.
And you know what I forget the fundamental part of? That Hoover Hospital is a training facility.
Mm.
And it means, therefore, that when the junior nurses come in under the senior nurses, the senior nurses will have to receive a stipend for performing duties not part of their job specification, which is training officers. So there's additional remuneration for the senior nurses for imparting the knowledge
Mm-hmm.
and the expertise. This man is a dunce.
Mm.
And if you could think of a word more appropriate, feel free to let me know.
Thank you.
My vocabulary forsakes me when I have to deal with these donkey logic people because I don't know how to address them really,
Mm-hmm.
But
Thank you.
it's a shame that he has to be exposed like this on well, this is an international program as far as I am aware.
Yeah.
So internationally, he's a dummy. Any part of the world he decides to save up money and go, they will laugh at him coming off the plane and say, hey, look, this donkey from Trinidad just landed. And I hope he enjoys that.
Thank you.
But he
Man.
really needs to get out of that and make way for somebody with some knowledge and some sense. And they could feel free to call your program, and I will always give them free advice. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Comrade, thank you.
If he's listening, let him call in and defend himself. I'm sure someone who's listening knows him.
Tommy, Doggo. Is that what you call? Say Doggo. Doggo. Doggo says you get a big topic to grow your dead channel. Oh God. Doggo. Hey, didn't Prime Minister really have a dog named Doggo?
You would know better than me because you and him were tight.
I thought you had a dog named Doggo.
You would know.
Wait now, yeah, I think so, But wait now. Nah. That's a different person. Caribbean so said Doggo, and you're here on a dead channel. You're not too bright.
Exactly.
Caribbean soul. Let me give you a round of applause for that.
Yeah, give him a big round of applause.
Yeah, I'll give you a big round of applause for that. Yeah, KFC. I'll give you a round of applause for that. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
If we do a bar with Shuvidi, then you had a past 6 dog, 3 parrot, and go on the red couch. I thought it only no drink. We see them kind of for that drinking, man. You want something for entertainment, some big money for entertainment.
Real thing,
But when I really think my people suffering out there, boy. But Barry, they come to the entire rooms there, It has some garage string in some room there. And the baby girl, you really get us a baby girl they were looking for, I feel it. Them fellas hot, sir.
You think it easy?
Yeah, man.
Hey, KFC. Do you know if Dr. Oli have a dog named Doggo?
Doggo?
Yeah, Doggo. Somebody, a red buddy had told me before. No, a red buddy had told me before. That is one of his dog name. I don't know. And I see a person in the chat by that same name. I don't know if he related to
I know you have 6 dogs and 3 parrots.
No, I know that. I was telling you, one of them name was Doggo. But I don't know.
Them don't like share my fire about them, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The seriousness.
Yeah.
That's why we community not so nice. That's why we are not schools, proper schools in the area.
Yeah.
Proper health care.
Yeah.
In the community. Anything to uplift the nation.
Them don't want that.
Something really wrong with them,
Yeah, they don't want that.
Them don't want that.
Yeah.
Mr. Wash, you don't go there, don't go down there. So you have to pass 6 dogs, 3 pints, and when you're out, you'll be drinking some salting. And gone.
Oh God, yeah. All right, so folks, let me do this.
I wonder if Dogo is Edie Stewart.
A friend of mine told me they went to school with Edie Stewart. She went to our government school. How would you supposed to tell me? He said, he was send my message. I know we went to school in Sawa government secondary together. I say, really? He said, yeah. Call her welcome. Is that Florida welcome?
Good night, I give Mr. Answer to me. Mr. Answer, you know Dogo?
No, I don't know Dogo.
Dogo does in Prince Street, we run him with that old pampas in the mouth.
Oh, Lord.
Let me tell you something. Dogo, you can't look Dogo straight in the face, you know. His parents teach him to walk backwards, you know.
No, but serious. I thought I was told a doctor will have a dog named Dogo. I'm serious. So when I see the person in there, I say, but wait, and the person have a dog there, you know. They have a dog for the picture. I seen the picture. Well, let me put it up on the screen. Watch. Let me put it up on the screen. Watch. Look the picture there. What I think is, I'm joking. Look the picture. It's on the screen. Tommy, you see it?
That not Dogo, you know.
Who?
That cousin.
Oh, that's dog. That's dog. Come. All right. Yeah. No, I'm serious. I kind of shocked. So, folks, Dr. Shane Mohammed had an emergency and he's not going to be joining us tonight. He's either going to join us on Sunday or on Monday. All right. So, I don't know why. But Dogo, welcome, though. Let's say welcome to Dogo. Dogo, where you joining us from? What part of Tobago you joining us from?
Mason
Let's
Hall.
let me know, all right?
Mason Hall.
You feel it from Mason Hall?
Mm-hmm.
I feel it from Mason. Tommy, you think you get away from Mason Hall?
Let's see if this is Dogo. Let's see.
I have to be Dogo. That's Dogo. I'm telling you, that's Dogo.
Caller, you live.
Watching. You know, Nyan Gatsby. Watching. You know, Nyan Gatsby and Dolly Gatsby asking about Kamala. Asking where she is. Like she look at my friend or what? Probably concert. You look at my friend.
Okay.
Mr. Saga, you listen to your computer.
Tell me, listen. Tell me, I take off his computer.
He hung up.
Okay. So, always say welcome to Dogo, please. Dogo, welcome to WZY 95.9 FM. Man have a dog for a picture, you know, boy. Hey, but wait now. You remember Gordon Dryden, Joseph?
Mr. Saga is calling back. Let's see what.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. Saga.
Yeah, what I was saying. Nyan Gatsby looking for Shaku Kamala onto the express. Like she looking for a friend. Because the friend even gone.
Yeah, Mr. Saga, them is such rookie, boy. Them is such rookie. Shaku Kamala. Go ahead.
Maybe she have something for Kamala. Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, somebody just text me. Yeah, Mr. Anthem, Dogo is the Dogo.
Thank you, Mr. Saga.
Tommy, somebody just text me something. Dogo, Mr. Anselm, Dogo is the Dogo golden kick.
Oh, Lord.
You remember he was young, he said he kick a dog.
I know.
Let's say he kicked Doggo.
Oh,
Hey, Doggo, you remember that kick? God, go on. Look, oh God, Tommy, look on Joseph sent a voice note. I wonder if you go talk about the doggy kick. Let me listen to his voice note.
Aye. Good evening again for those who probably would have missed my opening greeting. Hope that all is well. Yes, well, I am Gordon Bernard Maloney, the first who made a commitment not to deliberately lie, to pelt mud at anybody, but to speak the truth that I know, and sometimes to quote from others, also from the book that I do endorse. And from all appearances, it looks like our Prime Minister endorsed that same book too, because as she quote from it, all my toes, all my fingernails, the hair on my head, everything jumping when she quote them thing. You know. And also, I'm a realist. I try to listen, and I ain't listening to one person alone because, Papa, if you listen to one person alone, you will figure that at that time, Trinidad and Tobago was just next to hell. Right next to hell. You know, 2 doors away. And now, and in the next week or two, or months or years, Trinidad and Tobago will be right next to heaven. 1 door away from heaven. Hey, but hear what? I am a realist. Yeah, it have a few of us here. It have a few of us here who ain't care about color as much as we care about country. You understand? So please, don't tell me that I'm going to be getting the same bloody thing. Because you promised different. You promised that it's going to be different. But you had the bowlers on them because, you know, in a cricket game, oh gosh. Anyhow, it's cricket, man. Everybody understands. Well, I don't know for he because he say he a referee and he understand where his own goal. So I don't know if he understand cricket. So maybe Tommy will know and others will know. So I'm going to say it still. Cricket, you're supposed to have a wicket keeper. You have a slips, a gully, a third man, a backward. You could set the field how you want, but you must have the bowlers. But sometimes the wicket, the ground, the space where you're supposed to bowl the ball, sometimes it is set for pace. So if Australia playing, they like pace, but there are some spinners too. Sometimes the ground is set for spin. A lot of times India is noted for top class spin. India, Pakistan, these eastern countries. All right? So sometimes the ground don't take spin for all the different reasons. But in the politics, sometimes what you get, especially the 6.5 of them, is spinners. Spinners. You know, when this was so, they say all kind of things. Now, for example, they were ponging the government. When you bring things to their attention about the opposition, you know what they tell you? Hey, they're in opposition. They can't do nothing. They can't. But you know, a whole big percentage of what I'm hearing now from the 6.5 of them is about the PNM and about the opposition. It's about the PNM and about the opposition. And all of a sudden now, Akash, in fact, Akash is persona non grata. Just so, no. Just in a matter of few days at time. Just so. But you only could get tied up with Chin Begonians and the 1 or 2 of them who living outside. Don't get tied up like market crab, you know. I'm going for now. I'm working, but
you're really working.
Give unto Caesar what is for Caesar.
You're working. Red is the code for you.
Yeah. Tommy, say that again.
You working red is his code.
Yeah, red is his code. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised, Tommy, if you have on a red sneakers.
You
right?
really working.
A red belt, red contact lenses. Well,
He
he
come to
doesn't
work.
always have his left red ear plug.
He punch your car. He check in for work.
He check in for work. folks, we're going to take that break. We'll be right back. Second States, in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, and you on WZYU 95.9 FM. Thank you, Miss Atlanta. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Folks, we want to hear some new voices, you know. We want new voices too, you know. We don't want it to be strangers. You know, you think Patty go ever give you a call? We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Back with you. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Of course, you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And remember to share the live. Share the live. Tell your friends to tell your friends. Let's get the numbers up.
Yeah, Mr. Florida, welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Hansen, Mr. Tommy, Mr. Hansen, Mr. Tommy, the reason why Mr. Gordon like to talk about cricket and football and about balls is because his balls stop swinging. So that's why he like to talk about all our balls. All right.
All right. Well, you live.
Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
You calling on WhatsApp or you calling straight?
WhatsApp.
All right. Go ahead.
Who is that? Who it is?
Yeah, this is nice from Texas.
From Texas.
Okay, Texas, go ahead.
Yeah. You made a statement that you stayed by you on 2 occasions. I don't know if I ever mentioned to you that I was invited to on 2 occasions when he was in the opposition leader to a cookout in Houston. He and Brad came to Houston, and I refused to go because I didn't want no part of the PNM. I regret now that I didn't go because I'd have more information if I had gone. He and Brad came to buy equipment in Houston for Brush Company.
Okay.
So,
Caller, you have your computer on? Don't listen on your computer. Listen on the phone. Turn on your computer.
Who, me? No, I'm not listening on my computer.
Okay, cool. We're getting a little delay.
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, we're getting a little delay. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was calling it today. On 2 occasions, I was invited to go to a cookout when he was a opposition leader. But I didn't want no part of the PNM from then. Because I as I tell them, I walk the whole of Trinidad and Tobago, in Texaco, Moscow, and to stay to see what these people do with your companies. I regret doing that.
Wow.
So, caller, who you support in this last election? Who you support this last election?
Come on, man. Come on.
Just asking. I know I'm asking. I just asking.
I've been against CNN from I was a George Rich fan. So you know how far back I stopped. I tell you when I actually stopped from Robinson 86.
Okay.
I never pay them. George take forever to see that PNM wasn't doing nothing. You know, as I said, that I'm from the Palo Seco area.
What?
PNM has run, has controlled the area for the last 34 years consecutively.
I went to Palo Seco.
We haven't benefited one thing in that area for 34 years straight.
I went to Palo Seco Secondary.
You who?
I went to Palo Seco Secondary.
You did?
Yeah.
So where are you from?
I was actually from Marabella, but I went to school in Palo Seco.
Okay, I am from right in Palo Seco area. As I tell them, the only thing we get in from Palo Seco area, that same school that you went to, because the company had no use for the building.
That's right.
That is what they had no use for the building, so that is how we get our secondary school in our area.
Yeah, BP gave up that building.
Exactly. Nothing else we got. Nothing after the day. And you tell me I was about the end? I mean, I had to be crazy. And the people down there still supported him in Palo Seco area. I mean, they lost the Lumber constituency, but the Palo Seco, they win in Palo Seco.
Well, the whole down there was yellow this wrong, you know.
Yeah, no, I see. I was so surprised when I see Palo Seco. They get Palo Seco. It shocked me.
Yeah, people were fed up.
Not Palo Seco people. I couldn't do that much. The people are elaborate.
If you see the velodrome now.
Mr. Man, I just go home every year. I tell them, you know, from River Road to Paria, go right back down to Captive Hill. No improvement. You take from Stein Village to Paria, going right back up to San Fernando. I know about the back street of thing, but in the neighborhood, every house is a business space. My people can't see that.
Yep.
From Stein Village to Paria, go right back to San Fernando. Every house in the neighborhood is a business space.
True.
And from Railway Road to Paria, go right down. Nothing. And these people still telling me about P&M boy. That's crazy.
Yep.
I had a friend who last 2 weeks he went home there, and but he got sick and he went to the health center in Palo Seco. You know that they can't say about him because he went on the wrong day. In a health center, they told him back because that day they might be seen about pregnant people or whoever. But at the health center, you're not supposed to knock nobody.
Correct. Yep.
You want to tell me you come the wrong day, so you have to pick a day to get sick.
Right.
In this day and age,
Only in Trinidad.
I was looking before the show started just now. They had the Kota farm on the thing. You know they still have the 3 ships on the Kota farm.
What
I commented on another station. The Kota farm. Somebody said, there's an old picture. I said, but even though it's an old picture, it's not supposed to be there. You can't tell me you're having something and put up the Kota farm on a picture. And TTT, eh?
TTT.
Yeah, TTT had it up, the Kota farm with the 3 ships, and you just claim they make a big deal that they got the 3 ships.
Oh boy.
I mean, this is madness. Anyway, let me tell you what's
Thank you, man. Thank you, Mr. Palo Seco.
Thank you, Mr. Palo.
You call him Mr. Palo Seco from now on. Thank
Okay,
you,
Mr.
man.
Palo.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Yeah, Glenda, you're absolutely correct. Prime Minister showed what she's made of, and with total transparency, she told it as it was. There you go. Caribbean Soul, nothing haven't changed on the coat of arms. It was only announced, but no changes took place. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let us take the money and do something else with it. So folks, what I want to do, let me play this voice note. And I just want to give you guys a little synopsis of what we saw at Whitehall today. We're not going to play the whole thing because it's about 24 minutes long. We just play a part of it. And what are the amount of alcohol? The alcohol, the drinks. Yeah? Drinks for soul. Let me play this voice note.
Good night, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. Yes, I would like to hear Patricia Reed come and tell us. Don't put it on the chat, but come and tell us. Come and tell the public, John Public, how you you come to tell us that all the hospitals have specialized pediatric units, pediatric units with experienced staff and modern equipment, right? And they take good care of those children. Come and tell us that. And, and every day, the trainees go out to the various health centers. And so you come and tell us what a great achievement the PNM did in health. Come and tell us. You feel, you like Gordon, you feel that we are stupid in this place. Huh? It was carelessness that caused those 22 babies to die in NICU. You hear? And if you had listened to what Petronella Manning Allen said, you would have known what it is happening. Because when she was in charge of the NICU, that never happened. But you see, they're too busy doing other things to pay attention. To pay attention to what it is going on. And somebody better check Gordon, you know. You see that rant that he just carry on with? I'm sure he must have it. And the man say he spoke clearly that we could understand. No, Gordon, we didn't. We were yang, nothing else.
Oh God. You know, sometimes, it have certain people, you just give them something to drink and they try to eat it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I have a voicemail.
Eh?
I have a voice note.
Go ahead, take it.
Let's see.
It's not a mindset. It's what you're told you have to do. And that if you break the law, the interest was very great. So a lot of us that are law abiding, we did what we were told to do. But unfortunately, none of us probably thought that even though it was said that certain people would be exempt after a certain age if you didn't have a husband, if you didn't have an income, it mattered to nobody in the PNM. As far as they were concerned, they were taxing us, yet another tax. And as a result, we either paid it or we paid the interest. And I paid it. But unfortunately, or fortunately, we've got a prime minister now that will deal with things in a correct manner. Thank you, Jesus.
I played the wrong mail. That's an old one. Let me play the right one. Let me play today's.
Tell me what that person from? What part?
That's 868.
Yeah, you should.
They sent one today. Let's see today's.
Good evening, gentlemen. The Prime Minister showed what she's made of. And frail as they want to say, she's made of steel. And it's not about to back down. And with a smile on her face, it brought me great delight to see that she could answer the reporters, the media as they're called, in the manner in which she did. Her questions, to them, her answers were spot on. And you know something? She did it with a smile on her face. And then she said, I'm not buffing you, but she laid it out for them. So have a good and a blessed evening.
But you don't tell me, the Prime Minister is astute, though.
Of course.
You know when she said not buffing you, what she mean? you know what she mean, right?
Of course. Just the opposite.
Yeah. That is what they call it, double entendre. That's what they call it.
I'm not sure if that's the right descriptive for that. That's
What would be it? Double entendre, man. You say something and you mean something different.
I think it's being sarcastic. Sarcasm.
Yeah, but so what does double entendre mean? In Trini parlance.
That is, a double meaning, a word with double meaning.
But that's what she mean, double meaning. She telling him, I'm not buffing you. To mean that when Prime Minister Rowley was here, he used to buff all the time. Well, that's what I think. Yeah. All right. Dane can't say reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's a reverse psychology. All right. We're gonna use that. Hey, you know what? You see the demerits? All the PNM people should say, we want demerits.
Right, they should beg when the police get them a ticket, they beg for demerits.
Right. I want all to beg Mrs. Kamala Prasad Visesa for PNM people alone. We want demerits. For everybody else in the country, no demerits. Because when it was, them was arguing about keep the demerits. You understand? The country need money. Yeah, Patricia, reverse psychology. Yeah. So to me, no, but the UNC say when UNC win, everybody win. So I take that back. Everybody win. I take that back, Tommy. Everybody winning. All right. Mr. Florida say hyperbole. You see, I like
hyperbole?
Hyperbole. Sorry. Hyperbole. Yeah. You see?
Hyperbole.
Yeah. Wait. You know, Patty, you Patty, you don't be typing these things, you know. I don't feel you don't be typing these things. All you do like truth. Who does she? I feel sometimes she just consulted Mr. Rima, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so. Hey, all right, folks, let me play part of this for you, eh? You know, because next thing, Mr. Atlanta go call me and tell me how you have thing up on the screen and you don't play it. You doesn't play thing when you put it up on the screen. You know? And I might have to call she daughter for she. Take a listen. Only watch the alcohol, eh? Watch alcohol. Watch it. Only seen it. And you know what them PNM people go say? Hey, them put that inside of there. Look, absolute vodka. Eh? Tommy, you see it?
I see it.
Absolute. I don't see the tall bottle with the blue top. And I don't drink it, but I know that's a Grey Goose bottle. I don't drink. Well, I don't drink hard thing. That's a Grey Goose bottle.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the wider world. This morning, we are live from the official residence of the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Over the past couple of days, we would have seen in the public space and the public domain some issues that have arisen in terms of the conditions of the Prime Minister's office and the Prime Minister's residence. Earlier this morning, former Prime Minister Rowley put out a video claiming that the contents of the video reflected what was left.
And folks, I'm going to play that video for you all after this. I'm going to play that video for you all to see how the PNM, this evil, wicked, deceitful, disingenuous, discredited PNM, how they've been fooling the people for 10 years. They fooled them until the people couldn't take it no more. They couldn't take it. The people of Lavantel, Mova Lavantel East, Lavantel West say, you know what? Enough is enough. Now we continue to listen.
When he left the residence of the Prime Minister. This morning, I am accompanied by the person who's doing the live, that is Parliamentary Secretary Nicholas Morris. I have the person who's responsible through UDICOT, who we met upon arrival, who has been working here at the Prime Minister's residence for a number of years, Ms. Wendy Rock. I'm flanked by other members of staff who themselves are not new, but who would have been working here over a significant period of time. There are three main issues that I would like to clarify this morning. One has to do with the variation in what the former Prime Minister has put out in a video, claiming that those were the conditions that he left the residence in. First of all, it is a security breach. Secondly, it does not reflect, and most importantly, it does not reflect what we met upon arrival here on Monday, both the Parliamentary Secretary, myself, Ms. Rock, and the Permanent Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Ms. Natasha Barrow. There were several issues that were raised. The first being the condition of the grounds. In terms of the moat, there were issues regarding structural issues, large holes, gaping holes in the moat, raw sewage accompanied with floodwaters in the moat. There were issues with respect to the ground maintenance, the pool, where many of the tiles have become unloosened. There are issues with respect to the household itself, and the variation in what we saw on Monday compared to a piece of a video that has been carefully manufactured to give the impression that it was left in pristine condition is the furthest thing from the truth. I want to introduce you to Ms. Wendy Rock, who has been responsible for the management and the upkeep and so on of the residence and the diplomatic center. Now, these officers would not have had responsibility in terms of the budgeting that goes with this. All they would be responsible for is making a request to ensure that the maintenance of the facility, the property, would have been properly done. Ms. Rock is now sharing with me, as she shared with us on Monday when she met with the Permanent Secretary and Mr. Morris, that it will require an additional $5 million at a time when the country is experiencing grave financial issues. There has been very little maintenance in terms of work to be done at the residence and the diplomatic center. This is a shell of what we left in 2015. I'm casting no blame on any of the employees here, and I want to make that very clear, because it would be really essentially up to the leadership to provide them with the funding, to provide them with a direction in terms of ensuring that this facility is maintained.
Rain, make it. Rain, girl, make it.
You again. Everybody's.
Now, the former Prime Minister would have had many members of his family living here with him, which would have included toddlers, children, etc. And we have no issue with that. The issue is that when you left here, we should have left here, meaning the former Prime Minister, in a condition that was befitting of the office of Prime Minister. A man who spoke so much about the public's interest and the public's purse this morning is relying on a doctored and altered video that does not reflect the reality. Ms. Rock has shared with me what had happened between Monday and today is that some work has started, and therefore there was some straightening up, but it does not address some of the major issues. So with respect to the grounds, this morning I came here, MTS was here. They have started filtering out the flood waters and mixed with sewage and so on in the moat. I have asked Wasa, as the line minister, for a report to come in, because the former Prime Minister spoke about what he discovered, which turned out to be a complete lie. But I will not go into those areas this morning, except to say that there are several key things that we discovered when we arrived here. I want Nicholas to point out what is in front of me, and this is just some of it. This is just some of it. Former Prime Minister used to like to talk about who should drink rum and get out of their face. I want to encourage the Prime Minister to take that same advice this morning. He could come, but I will not go into those areas this morning, except to say that there are several key things that we discovered when we arrived here. I want Nicholas to point out what is in front of me, and this is just some of it. This is just some of it. Former Prime Minister used to like to talk about who should
I pause that just for you all to see it, eh? Just for you all to see. You understand? Just for you all to see. I paused it.
to drink rum and get out of their face. I want to encourage the Prime Minister to see.
All you see the Grey Goose? The biggest bottle in the thing, eh? Grey Goose. partner was drinking GG, why? And he wasn't the fella from the NTA. Oh God. Prime Minister, former Prime Minister Rowley was involved in GG. And it wasn't the fella from NTA.
Take that same advice this morning. He could come and collect this at the office of the Prime Minister or the Prime Minister's residence. But when he said in a post-cabinet to drink the rum and get out our face, I want to offer the Prime Minister and encourage him to take that advice this morning. The other issue has to do with the security matters at the residence. I can confirm to you, and we will go out so that you can see for yourself, Trinidad and Tobago, the conditions of the security arrangements as it relates to the arrival of guests, staff, service personnel, etc., in terms of what they have to experience when they arrive here. I will tell you that some of the challenges that we had when we arrived were the issue of condensation. Ms. Rock has confirmed to me that some work has started with respect to condensation, which has rotted out a lot of the baseboards, which has created mold, etc., which also is a health hazard in terms of mold presence in the residence. The second issue was the issue of the conditions that we found some of these bedrooms and so on in, because they would have been utilized by family members, children, etc. Ms. Rock, is it inaccurate to say that when we arrived here on Monday, compared to what we are seeing here today, is a total variation?
So, total variation, but there are issues that were raised that we immediately addressed. We would have informed of the challenges in addressing and the status of the works that have been done, the progress that is being made, and also the recognition that after we've been in a residence for 10 years that's been lived in, that there is always significant work to be done, and a request for funding would have been made to address these issues
in the amount of
$5 million, and that would take care of the general upgrade, furniture and fittings, and linens, towels as such, and to modernize. This facility is 19 years old, and it's been maintained, it's not been upgraded. And the $5 million, which in the scheme of today's world, it's meager, but it would be to bring this residence up to, the standard that is required, but it is livable.
Thank you, madam.
Wait. I'm missing something. Is this the place where they spent $32 million on? Tommy?
I believe so.
30-something million? No. This is, folks, in the chat, I'm asking, is this the place? Let me ask Patty. Patty, P&M Fox, Gordon Joseph, Semantic 62, yes? No.
Where does the Prime Minister live? Not in Whitehall?
Tommy, I'm asking if this is the place where they spent $30-something million on, though.
32 million, I think.
30-something.
Probably not. Let somebody in the chat tell us.
Look. Gandalal says 32 million was spent on Whitehall. Semantic 62 says yes, Wall Street. Nah. Oh, other gal more answer than that. Nah. Are you sure?
32 million.
Tommy, you sure it's Whitehall?
Yep.
Nah, I want to think elsewise. Nah. Nah. COP, are you sure? Hold on. Sorry, COP. COP, sorry. COP, you sure? Hello?
Yeah.
Is they spent 32-something million on Whitehall?
No, it's $100-something million dollars to spend on Whitehall.
32 million on Whitehall.
$1 million to spend on renovation on Whitehall. And it's really sad It's really sad and Rowley sending because he deserve no nice name. It's Rowley. Rowley sending pictures. Look the Prime Minister reveal facts. Which part they never even had meeting and they never even live over there. It's over 290 something virtual cabinet meeting. That is how I have it. How you think this one who want to be commissioner, Gary Griffith. No, he was always in robe and all them things. It's virtual meeting the people must be having.
Wait now.
If you ask Keith Rowley and the PNM, when they had a cabinet meeting, which part they could have meet face to face and meet in these prime minister residence and thing. It never had that. It's 200 and something virtual meeting they had.
295. 295.
That's how it was.
295.
So which part in Whitehall there was keeping meeting? Yes, the Barry Padarat, the honorable minister, is a sort of rum bottle, champagne, and virgin banana they pull out from. It wasn't in one cabinet place, you know. It was in all different rooms, scattered about all about it.
COP, what's a virgin banana?
That is them. That is them.
I don't know.
Fancy drink at them. That is they fancy drink at them. Louis the 14th. Louis the 14th and all them things. It had them drink at them over there. Scatter about all about. Okay. I not saying that. Look, the minister say that. Didn't pick a tip from a cabinet in Wall Street, Professor. It's from the bedrooms all about the pick it up. The Mr. Minister said that in the video. And walk down the road and showing you which part sewer leaking Trinidad and Tobago and listeners all over the world. So it's evidence show that the Prime Minister was not in Whitehall. They never had no cabinet meeting and thing there. It's virtual meeting they had.
Wow.
Over 200 and something. That is evidence. The spender money, Keith Rowley was just building over colonial building. He fascinated of a colonial building. And he was just taking the money, power going in the head. He gave Indian friends and them contract to make money and tell himself he was running the country. Wall Street and Trinidad and Tobago. That is what happened over there. We supposed to applaud Barry Parat for, you see, Wall Street. You see what part you're going into the Prime Minister. You see that same Whitehall business. You see what part you had to put in. You put your wallet and all these things.
This scanner thing. It going through. It ain't working. Look, even Indra say yes, Wall Street.
As if they mash it up, in my view, as if they mash it up, they know what they want laws, and they mash it up for anything that happen inside it.
Hey, COP. COP.
And showing you inside the building.
Yeah, which direction is your red coach? When you're going in the house, which direction is your red coach? I always hear what a weird coach. Which direction, you know?
Nah, I never went. I wasn't one of the mail that went in there. I wasn't one of the mail that went in there.
I'm just asking. I always hear what is red coach. I don't know. Maybe somebody could tell me who went in there and they see the red coach. I don't know. You know. I just trying to find out. Yeah. COP going. Hey, listen. Caribbean Soul send this to me. Loop. August 30th, 2019. Whitehall reopened after 32 million restoration work. That Whitehall that is different from the Prime Minister place, Connie. Tommy?
Oi.
That different from the Prime Minister place, Whitehall.
It's not like the White House.
Who's that? Bitcoin, welcome. That different. Go ahead, Bitcoin.
Again, Professor Washington and Cotton.
I
think you have that's Vidorino. She got to live with the couches. Right here. I hear there's a pass of parrots and 2 dogs and all kind of thing to reach there. Me know that the parrot and the dog if we carry to him. But I had to go to the coaches. They have to pass a parrot and 2 dogs. Right? That's how Anna used to describe it, remember?
Okay.
Pass the 2 dogs and you reach an entrance to that place and you go inside and you're a coach there.
Okay. I only hear about it. I don't know.
But I'm glad this Prime Minister put a cap on all them vehicles these ministers used to run by.
Correct.
Prime Minister overdo it.
Yep.
Understand?
Yep.
What man doing by multi-million-dollar car to do what? What them is?
Mm-hmm.
Them is not doing first?
Yep.
Terrence, the also with the old side buying Jaguar.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? And you know they used to do that with impute. Because every 2 years they entitled to a car in Wall Street.
Yeah.
So every one of them, including Father Sarwari, he making sure when he 2 years up, he's selling that car, making a profit on it, buying another one. So them fellas, when they had their own car, or all them politicians had their own car dealership inside it, right? And they're buying and selling at taxpayers' expense. I'm glad you put a cap on that. And
Yeah.
hopefully the press will get wind at that because like they cookie here and cookie here, they ain't see what they want to do. And to really attack with all of them and they rented all these other
Yeah,
things.
the allowance for rental and all kind of thing. You understand?
Yeah. They're taking advantage of the taxpayers of this country. It takes some moment with overrent. What?
Ovarian.
How is it?
See, the testicular fortitude and ovarian fortitude. Yeah.
Right. To do that because if that was Steve Rowley there, he would have never put a stop to them thing. Look at 10 years, he telling people tighten their belt. But he wouldn't tell none of the ministers to do the same, you know.
Correct.
They were leading by example. They are me and you going to tighten the belt. But them eating and drinking the best, right? And when Apo Akash game, do for so. When he asked about doing that, the woman put him, I mean, she straightened him. She didn't really put him in the place. But she straightened him out and let him know that they cannot go back and repeal that. Because there was other people involved in that, judges and magistrates and whoever it is benefiting from that, and the attorney general is straightforward on that. If they had gone to parliament when they now come out, probably they could have the sitting government before they pass it, they could have said, all right, we ain't taking it, and they could have put it on the shelf.
Yeah.
But they already passed it, so you couldn't do nothing about that.
Yeah.
Right?
Let me take this next call, Bitcoin. Let me take this next one.
Right.
Yeah, man. Bless. Hold up, Capitan. Capitan, welcome. Captain.
Good night. Yes, good night.
Good night, Captain.
Tommy and all of yours.
Captain.
Yes. I'm in Vietnam right now.
You're in Vietnam, Captain?
Yeah, out in Hanoi.
Where you billing out there? Where you billing?
No, I'm looking at the security over here, the systems and agriculture.
What time it is there now? What time it is there now?
It's in the morning. It's 8:39. 8:39 in the morning.
Oh, 8:39 a.m. Folks, this is Capitan. Eh? Capitan is one of your originals. Eh? Original Capitan. So that's who we just call Capitan. Go ahead, man.
I wanted to address the children's hospital.
Yeah.
Now, in 2017, my son was born in Trinidad, and he had jaundice.
Right.
And the doctors there were young and very professional. So everyone that attended him was very professional. So I'm quite aware of what the situation is there with the Wendy Fitzgerald wing of that children's hospital.
Yeah.
And when you enter it, all the furniture to sit on, there's the middle of it is missing. So if you sit on any of the couches, you'll sink down. And it's a brown kind of leather thing. The beds that is used to hold the kids, the babies, it was designed in 1949. And there was a lot of rust on it and dust on it, all at the bottom. So it was a terrible situation with that. That entire children's hospital needed to be moved to Hoover because of the centralized location. And the entire system had to be focused just on children, which that wing was, but I think it could have been bigger and it could have taken children from the Caribbean in that hospital for that being a center for medical tourism and medical training. We have enough doctors, and we could produce more doctors and nurses, not only for there, but the women's section. So there is also a
where the pregnant ladies would go to, the women's section of that for babies.
Right.
So I think Kubo will be the best place for it. I think the system that they have in the Mount Hope Medical Facility has been outdated. Also, the double change there with the bus routes and the traffic is horrendous. They should put in a different road to come straight into the hospital in case of emergencies, because the ambulance have to cut through the Eastern Main Road, the bus routes, and then you have traffic coming in from the highway. So something has to be designed where there's an interchange that comes straight into it. So listening to everything that was said tonight on it, I do think that for them to be going to have very good doctors, it's just that they need to get the facilities and a program set up that they can best be able to function in, and Kubo would be the best bet for it.
Capitan, thank you so much, man. People want to always hear your voice. Because every time you point each other, say, right, Capitan. You finally hear Capitan voice.
And before I run, one more thing: security, national security, homeland security. The split is a great idea where you have homeland security and national security. I like the split on it.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of different parts of policing that could be implemented in Trinidad to reduce the crime and measures. And we don't have to just look at one. We can take the best from all throughout the world. The Korean model is a good model. You have the German model. You have the English model. You have the Vietnamese model. All of these models can be taken the best parts of it and make its own model. You don't have to use the American model alone, which you have different states with different rules and different laws and different punitive type of justice and restorative justice. So I'm listening on.
Thank you, man.
Everyone have a good night.
Okay. Take care, man.
Okay.
Bless. Yeah. So, folks, that is the original. Comrade, hold on. That is an original WZYE Capitan. And though the Capitan mislead all of them posted that we putting in the chat, we know Capitan. Yeah. Right, Tommy?
Yep.
You know Capitan. Comrade, you there?
Yes, good night again,
Go ahead.
Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy.
Yeah, man.
Now,
Good night.
I'm very confused, and I still let me call people who I feel intelligent enough to explain this to me. I'm real confused. Now, the Prime Minister in an address today said that they had over 254 virtual meetings, cabinet meetings.
95. 295. 295.
295, oh gosh.
And 200 subcommittee meetings. Virtual.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, please, to ease my ignorance, how does one recluse oneself from a virtual meeting?
Hey, comrade, that's a good point,
I trying to figure out that. How you reclusing yourself from a virtual meeting?
I have the answer.
So your family, your brother could get a $5 billion bank from a $25 bank to a $5 billion bank. How is this? How does this work?
I feel what has happened is that if you're in a virtual meeting, you have to mute your mic and turn off your video.
And then how you don't know when to come back in?
Well, you're still listening. you're still listening. You turn off your mic and you mute your mic and you turn off your video. And
but I might be wrong because I kind of ignorant. I don't knowledgeable.
Yeah.
To be honest, So an attorney general and a prime minister is a cabinet.
Yeah.
And if during the cabinet meeting the attorney general recluse himself, is there a cabinet still?
I guess if they have a quorum, they need to have some type of a mountain in there. I don't know.
No. A cabinet can only be constituted lawfully if there is a duly appointed prime minister and an attorney general.
Right.
So when Jeremy's and Mrs. Wasabi Sessa was sworn in, we had a government.
Right.
But if during the cabinet meeting, the attorney general keeps stepping out for personal reasons while important decisions are made, is there a cabinet that can sanction those important decisions in his absence? I'm just asking, you know.
Yeah. You gotta find out. You go find out.
Oh, all right. But ask somebody from your thanks.
Yeah, man. No problem. All right. Bless. Defender, welcome. Defender.
Blessed night, Uncle Tommy and Wall Street.
Blessed night.
Good evening.
Wall Street.
Eh.
I don't know if we talk about it because it's a little late. Not
Eh.
too late, but a little late. Did you hear what you see why UNC does take so many black people from under the poverty line?
Mhm.
Did
Yeah.
you hear the trade minister yesterday first order of business?
He talked about manufacturing. He talked about tourism. What else did he talk about?
Also linking Trinidad and Tobago closer to Africa.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you hear that one?
Yeah. But listen to this. The demerit points. That is very helpful too.
Yeah, I understand all that. Watching. Yes, I understand all of that. But I
Yeah.
am also bringing forward why I rather support this party any day than my own party, because watching you understand the bigger picture. Do you think the African bank will get blank from Trinidad?
Nah. They're going to end up in Trinidad. They're going to end up in Trinidad.
This man is not even African.
Yeah.
This man is not even an African man. And his first line of business is to start. One of the first things he want to do is link Trinidad and Africa closer together. That blew my mind yesterday, Worship.
But
and the next time.
But Defender, I could say this. Think about this. Kamla Prasad Besessa, what was the first appointment?
An African man to the office of AG.
All right.
An African man to the office of AG.
And then want to talk about the UNC and black people and this. Listen, the statistics are there. It's there. You don't go far. You may want to close your eye like Patty and P&M Fox and Gordon Dryden Joseph and the rest of them. But it's right there.
And one more thing I want to commend the Prime Minister for.
Yeah.
A lot of things, but one more for the night. If you want a next house, pay it for yourself.
Correct.
Do not use the taxpayers' dollar.
Simple.
Who vex loss.
Who simple.
Enjoy the night.
Yeah, man. Bless. And let me read this real quick here. Hold on, eh? I go play those voice note just now. I want to read this. Did I screenshot that boy? Oh, here we go. This is the plans. Scrap the merit system. Start with stand your ground laws. Look at the process of issuing FULs. Excuse me. Get cat lab up and running. Reopen Petrotrin refinery. All your. When the refinery is open, the people who survive off of that, them black people who live in who the pay them are living below the poverty line. When they increase it from 17.3% to 26.3%, them people who are wrong and selling the little thing to them people and them, they are work now. That is part of the reduction of black people living below the poverty line. Distribute laptop for students in September. Cut state-funded housing for government officials. We go save plenty money. Do assessment to cap max price of vehicles which can be purchased by parliamentarians. Yeah, you buy a vehicle, 750,000, you hold it for a year, you sell it for 1.2 million. Easy money. Yeah? So I'll take 62 say, well, should have gone for the comedy segment of the program. So folks, start putting we doing this early now. Start putting your closing comments in the chat. and your closing quotes and send your closing voice notes. Start putting your closing quotes and your closing comments in the chat and send your closing voice notes. So that is 8 things right there. Plus, let me read this other one for you before we go. Let me read this other one. Yeah. Financial guru, you gotta go quick.
Yeah, no, but Professor Wall Street, you gotta play something for the board, because I wanted to remind, this is quick, but I'm gonna send it, but this is for Gordon. Gordon was the one who always said that if he ever make a mistake, he don't lie. Now remember, he said that Mrs. Bisesa Prasad made promises for 6 months, and there was a contention whether it was for everything or it was for national security. So, Professor, for Gordon's sake, because you see, research is information, please play it for him. It's less than a minute and a half. And so he could hear Marvin Gonzalez, the national security minister, refer to what the promises was on reducing crime and nothing else. So I'll send it again to you and let Gordon drive in. Joseph, sorry to call you drive in. I shouldn't be making that, but I love you, Gordon. But I keep saying edification, research, and you have to eat your words back when you hear Marvin Gonzalez say that something about what you said incorrectly. I'm going to send it over to you, and if you could play it for him, because it's also about correction and edification. All right, so he has always said that if he is wrong, but let him hear that he is mistaken. I'm going to say he is wrong, because you're going to come back with a Zuzi tree with that. All right? So have a good night, Professor. Have a good night, Uncle Tommy. And have a good night, everyone, and Gordon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Tommy.
Yes.
Somebody tell me play this for Gordon Dryden Joseph.
The donkey told the tiger,
Wait.
The grass is blue.
The tiger replied,
No.
You want to play?
No. I am going to send it to you.
Oh, send it to me. All right, send it.
The grass is green.
The discussion became heated, and the two decided to submit the issue to arbitration. So they approached the majestic lion. As they approached the lion on his throne, the donkey started screaming,
Your Highness, isn't it true that the grass is blue?
The lion replied,
If you believe it is true, the grass is blue.
The donkey rushed forward and continued,
The tiger disagrees with me. He contradicts me and he annoys me. Please punish him.
The king then declared,
The tiger will be punished with 3 days of silence.
The donkey jumped with joy and he went on his way, content and repeating,
The grass is blue, the grass is blue.
The tiger asked the lion,
Your Majesty, why have you punished me? After all, the grass is green.
The lion replied,
You've known and seen the grass is green.
The tiger asked,
So why do you punish me?
The majestic lion replied,
That has nothing to do with the question of whether the grass is blue or green. The punishment is because it is degrading for a brave, intelligent creature like you to waste time arguing with a fool. And on top of that, you came and bothered me with that question just to validate something you already knew was true.
The biggest waste of time for all of us is arguing with the fool who doesn't care about truth nor reality, but only the victory of his or her own beliefs. Never waste time on discussions that make no sense. There are people who, for all the evidence presented to them, do not have the ability to understand. Others are blinded by ego, hatred, and resentment, and the only thing that they care about is being right, even when they aren't. When ignorance screams, intelligence moves on. The moral of this story is do not argue with a fool.
Yeah, somebody sent that. I know who sent it, but they asked me to play it, so I just, I just play that. Oh,
Don't argue with the donkey.
Eh?
Don't argue with the donkey.
Yeah, don't argue with the donkey. Argue with the donkey. It's all right.
You know, we go end the show on a light note. So all the alcohol they find inside that white dollar. When the answer them, you know what I want the police them go and start a search, right? Because it is alleged, right? When you go down to the basement, right? There's a sign, a street sign. You know what the street sign name?
What is that?
Woodbrook. And it is leading down to the dungeon. And you know it had two recent putties in the airport. Well, the two putties inside there too.
All right.
Yeah.
So, folks, send your closing quote. Hey, all you don't read nothing into the donkey, the lion, and the tiger story, please. Don't people say no kind of thing now. I just somebody say play it and I just play it. Yes. I just, oh God. Oh God. Oh yeah. Let me see. Let me play two voice notes before we go for the break. I'm gonna get two voice notes here. Hey, look, we have a voice note here.
Oh, my father. So people in Trinidad and Tobago, they go ask for the demerit points to stay because the country need money. I'm trying to remember if I heard that on any radio station or any platform. Gosh, boy. So this is what we're going to be getting for the next 5 years, boy. Maybe 5 years, 3 months, and 14 days. This is what we're going to be getting, boy, from the 6.5 of them. Eh? Oh, gosh, let day come now so you could stand up and move around because in the night it's just a lie on bed and sleep. Wake up now, chops, man. See what people used to say.
Yeah, we need, as Semantic 62 said, we need some Comedy Central too. Oh God, I told you this on Tuesday. Okay, let me play the voice notes before we go. Okay. Yeah, Bitcoin. We got 2 minutes before you top of the hour.
We know that we just pay at the fallen Gordon Dryden Garden because you know why I say so? He always come with the same question and asking you the same thing over and over.
Oh boy.
So he garden. You understand? Before I go, you forget one thing. Don't forget the Prime Minister removed the security detail from certain people who are taking advantage of that. So I guess the Prime Minister better hire even security now.
Yeah.
Ex-Prime Ministers.
Yep.
Good for them. They have money. Let them spend. Good night.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Good night again, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. You know, sometimes I just wonder at Gordon mental health. He is saying, why didn't we see a picture of the mold? Right? How can you trust a man who say what yellow is the code to tell us about that? So Gordon, didn't we hear how long the workers of the secretariat was moved out of the building because of that problem? So then you would have believed somebody who said, what? Great is the PNM and we shall prevail. If they had said that the mold was there, but I didn't believe the man who said yellow is the code and he's showing you wanted to see proof. But then Gordon, why don't you go to satisfy yourself, Mr. Great is the PNM? Satisfy yourself and go and take a picture of the mall. So the workers and them were just, they moved them out of the building because they wanted to. Thank God that was done long before Mrs. Pasadi Sessa came in. Something really wrong with all your PNMites, you know. Something really, really wrong. Or they need serious counseling.
Folks, stick and stay. We're going to go for that break, and when we come back, we're going to close. Don't forget closing voice notes, closing quotes, and your closing comments. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. It's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444. And don't forget, folks, we want to thank you so kindly for having us reach 15,000 subscribers. And the goal now is for us to get to 20,000 subscribers. And we can only do that with your help when you tell a friend to tell a friend. KFC. Yeah, KFC. KFC.
Hi, good night, Mr. Washington. Uncle Tommy to all the viewers, man.
Good night, man.
Hey, to you.
Mr. Washington, if you call the evil man and tell him, don't come for your rum and then drink your rum and come out of the opposition, the Prime Minister's face. You can go and drink now in the gold pen and go and show them the pretty song for him. Go donkey, go donkey, go donkey. Put it donkey that.
Oh, God.
Mr. Washington, bless and love, man.
Yeah, man. Bless. Oh, God. All your, I just play the thing because somebody said, "Oh, she play that for me." All right, do all of the reading things, eh?
Sure.
Because next thing will say, "I say," me say nothing. Eh? So, folks, anyway, here is my closing quote. I just play the thing, eh? All your don't put me in all your bacchanal and all your couture, as they're saying, that. That's what they say to me, couture.
Couture.
Bacchanal and couture.
Couture.
Couture. Let me see what this is here. Is this it? Hold on.
New UNC government faces.
No, that's not it. Hold on, folks. Let me get my closing quote here. Sometimes this thing just gets so far on my phone. I mean, my phone almost full of nobody.
Wow.
Here we go.
Good morning, Lord. Thursday, May 8th. If you allowed me to open my eyes, it's because something great is still about to happen. This is not just another day. It's a new chance, a new chapter, a new direction. And I choose to begin this day trusting, rising in faith, and believing that the best is yet to come. I thank you, God, because even when I can't see everything, I know that heaven is already working in my favor. Nothing is stuck. Nothing is forgotten. Your timing is perfect, and your care is constant. Open the right doors, Lord. Align the paths. Guide my steps. Remove from me anything that doesn't come from you. May everything that is a blessing move forward, and may every distraction fall away. Give me wisdom in my decisions, courage in my challenges, and joy even in the small victories of the day. May I not compare myself. May I not rush or lose focus. Let me trust, walk, and flourish in your time and at your pace. Let this day be productive, light, and full of surprises. May I live with purpose, speak with grace, and spread the peace that comes from you wherever I go. Because when I place the day in your hands, no matter what happens, I know it will be worth it. In Jesus' name, amen. If this prayer...
From where I said this is it, the clock on the wall said that's all. I like to say what I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, Tommy.
Life was meant to be lived, and curiosity must be kept alive. One must never, for whatever reason, turn his back on life. Like I say every time, you, the man in the mirror, you have to become that change that you want to see. However, when you look in that mirror, if you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you give them a hand up. Stay strong, be safe, love you all. Talk to you on Sunday's program, God willing.
Thank you very much, Tommy.
You're
On
welcome.
Sunday, we're gonna try to have maybe we might have political analyst Dr. Shane Mohammed. Let me give closing voice notes here, and I could come to the closing comments.
Hi, good evening. Let me put my closing comments. Say what I say. Don't say what I didn't say. All right? I never say that I don't make mistake. I say I don't lie deliberately. I may make mistake, and if I do and I'm corrected, I will address it. One. Two, I don't want to hear what Mr. Marvin Gonzalez said. I want to hear what Mrs. Bissessa said. Why you trying to spin? The wicked not taking spin, bro. It's not taking spin. All right, folks. So we're going again. We're going again. And I cannot outdo Mr. Wall Street. I cannot. So if you talk about comedy hour, you have to put him there because a whole lot of things that he talk against, I hear you endorsing now. And not he alone, the 6.5 others. All right, but let's go. Right, so let me see how I can finish up and we can go and sleep. God is the goodest and our grandchildren to prepare for. A good man always leave an inheritance for his children and his children. Yeah, remember, never forget that. That is the word. That's the book that I endorse. You will get that there. Have a good night.
All right. So we go. Hey, financial guru, we go play your comment. Next show.
Gordon Dragon, I know you're vexing get the poop walking. A fella from America get it. Maybe you ain't that truthful enough. That's why you ain't get the work. Rock so with yourself, eh? You only want to impose tax on people.
Okay, let me see. I think let me see. Okay, closing quote from Miss Atlanta. Eyes are useless when the mind is blind. Um, if ignorance is bliss, this this folly to be wise. Closing comment. Uh, okay. That is okay. All right. Let me go to the chat. Semantic 62 says, don't forget to pray before you sleep. Miss Santa Cruz says, good night all till tomorrow. God willing, stay safe, stay blessed, stay hydrated. Okay. Let me go up here now. Ninja Girl says, Proverbs 26:4 states, do not answer a fool according to his folly, or you yourself will be like him. Blessings, everyone. Indra says, arrogance and stupidity is a deadly combination. Oh, God. Semantic 62 says, it is during our darkest moment that we must focus to see the light. Aristotle. We love that. Caribbean soul, everything in this world is temporary. Life changes, people come and go, and season never lasts. Always remember that your present situation is not your final destination. Hey, Caribbean soul, boy. Yeah, boy. Suzanne Lalchan says, good night all and God blessings to you. Have a wonderful night. Yeah. Mr. Intellectual says, closing comment, there is no power than God. With God, all things are possible. Ms. Santa Cruz closing comment, the greatest evil in the world will not be carried out by men with guns, but by people will poison fingers, Anon or Anon. So that is it for the closing comments, folks. Thank you so much. We are out of here. We see you tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Sunday, same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. We are out of here. Later. Good night.
Hey, hey, oi, oi. Hey, hey, oi, oi. In Trinidad and Tobago, politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country to sow the seeds of distrust. But we have got a new system within the community. Now what used to be we and them has now become only we. From now on this nation is we. From now on it is you and I. From now on it is unity. From now on we flying high. All the races have come together to build a better country and create a brighter future for the whole society. The we and them thing is no more, because it is plain to see in this country from shore to shore the community is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. From India and some came from Africa. Look today, their descendants are here, coexisting together. There are others who came here too, the Chinese, Syrians and such. Native people are just a few in this land that we love so much. But the politics of the day and the love for a party cause people to begin to say them is them and we is we. From now on this country is we. From now on we all shall be one. From now on that's how it shall be. From now on all division done. As today united we stand, the people of Trinbago, one country, one nation, one island. Chutnipan and Calypso, it's Trinidad and Tobago, better known as TNT. And we want the whole world to know we see ourselves as we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. In this nation is no more, and Mother China done disappear, gone away for good I'm sure. If we want to build a relation, there can be no we and them. In spite of ethnic persuasion, all should fit in the system. Side by side we stand hand in hand within the society. This here paradise island, because you and I means we. From now on Avanti is we. From now on race do not matter. From now on we means unity. From now on we are together. They cannot divide me again, cause we enter a new era. United we shall all remain, looking out for each other. Eric tell me matter they done. Today it is plain to see a new paradigm has begun, and that paradigm is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. we subdivided, as their policies would attest. And now we are united, using that old colonial scheme. They sought to divide and rule, because if we are not a team, we are more easy to fool. Look, they had us fighting each other, causing misery and pain. Now all these times are gone forever, before never again. From now on, Trinidad is we. From now on, one philosophy. From now on, Tobago shall be. From now on, standing equally. No more African, no more Indian. We shall all be citizens, forged together to build one nation. Though we are different persons, done away with the we and them. In this land of Black Trinity, whenever we sing the anthem, from now on is only we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we and we and we and we. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we and we and we and we. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is